Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Synthwave Hangout, episode number 61. I am Dave, also known as Memory Design.
I am Woren, also known as Dominic, also known as Windows.
And we have had quite a morning of technical difficulties, which we will share a little bit with everybody now.
It's been a little rough around, or it was a little rough for a minute, but we got it.
What was happening, which is wild, is that we've had three people in this group call, and when a third person would go in, one person wouldn't be able to be heard by somebody anymore. And so it was the weirdest thing, and hopefully this is going to work out just fine, but that's why we started a little bit late. But anyways, how's everything going, Dom? Sorry, for some reason, I've got like a tickle in my throat, so every time I start talking, I'm like, huh? like
oh yeah, well that's because I'm doing it. I'm the one that's tickling you.
Right, I appreciate that. I appreciate you making it worthwhile for me. But go on, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Woke up a little late and then, had to clean up stuff and everything. So everything's been like mad dash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My favorite show thing, I think it was a show where you and I, was it a show where it was just you and I or with a guest? Where you woke up once accidentally, right? Like 4 minutes before the show started or something?
Oh, yeah. There was, I forget who it was, but there was one show where I was literally awake like minutes. Yeah. Right. Like you said, before the show started.
And it's just like literally like running half naked through the house, tumbling down the stairs to the studio.
Right, like trying to get dressed. I'm like, I'm on the way.
Yeah, like a movie where you're hopping on one foot, putting your like shoe on or whatever, like through the house.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's funny about that day, I remember, is I actually set like 4 alarms.
Yep.
And I just slept right through them.
Yep. That's the way it works.
My brain was like, nah.
That's the way it works. That's Dom's subconscious, right? If he secretly doesn't like a guest, right? He's like, 17 alarms. I just slept all the way through them. Yeah, I guess that's crazy, how it
works. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. I don't know how I just kept sleeping.
Right. So now we're gonna forget we had this conversation, and like down the road, we're gonna have a guest, and you're gonna come on and be like, "Oh man, I slept through my alarm," and everyone's gonna be like, "Ah, yeah, it's crazy, though. I know what's going on now. I see what's happening." But I'm always hoping through our just random chat here that there's going to be a good transition into introducing the guests. But this happened last week too. I got no smooth transition that's going to blow everyone's mind as I try to do. But let's see. Hey, is it dark where you are right now, Dom?
Yep.
What would make that change?
Light. A light source?
A light source. And speaking of light source, today we have a very special guest. Would everybody please welcome LightSource to the show? How are you doing?
Hello.
Did you like that smooth transition? Seamless?
It was absolutely amazing.
His segue skills are next level.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to start, one of those like, courses where you can pay me to teach you how to do transitions online. And so I'll update to everybody on that later. But that's an example of what you would get in the class is this, smooth transition that you just heard there.
Masterclass.
Right. Masterclass is what I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But thank you and welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for making the time. I've made it no secret that, I really like your stuff. And so I'm really excited to talk to you on here with everybody.
And you too. Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah. And the question I always ask is for people that aren't familiar with your music, can you explain a little bit about LightSource and the kind of music you make, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, sure. So I am LightSource and I make electronic music. So I make synthwave and retro-wave music that is inspired by 80s movies and that sort of culture. I like to call it sort of cinematic synthwave, like a movie soundtrack for the 21st century.
Yeah, what's funny about that too, and for people that have listened to the show, they're probably familiar with this, is that seems to be some of my favorite kind of sound in the scene. Stuff that has that cinematic, almost soundtrack feel. And like I said, people have heard me say this before to other artists that have that kind of vibe to their music. And so maybe that's why it resonates with me so much. It really does feel like something that you would hear on a soundtrack. And I sometimes don't want to say that to people because I don't know if they would take that as insulting. You know, like, oh, you think it's just weird background music is what you're saying. You never know what people are sensitive about, I guess. So every time some artist says that, I'm like, oh, exactly what I've been thinking.
Yeah, I've always wanted to make like music that could be in movies and like computer games and TV programs. So to hear that it sounds like that is actually a win.
Oh,
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I think we all have. Like, Dom, you have interest in that too, right? Like, you'd love to have like some of your music in a game or in movies, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really cool. It's weird because it's like trying to get into doing that. I feel like it's a whole nother game because I focus all my efforts, as you know, like networking with other musicians that and trying to build like a community.
Right.
And I couldn't imagine having to do that plus on top of trying to get into like games and stuff. It would be sweet, but like I just couldn't imagine like trying to do that also.
Well, I think a lot of guys and women and other people in the scene have that kind of on their bucket list with stuff, right? Like when I've been talking to people, that's something that seems to come up regularly. Like I would love to have my stuff in some sort of media of some kind, that kind of thing. So I don't know. Oh, I just see in the chat, Perfect Female Type is announcing that his music is in the next Tron movie, and he definitely did not say JK after that. So everybody spread that rumor around. No, but yeah, I think for your stuff though, I could definitely see that. I think it really depends on the kind of stuff you make, but there's got to be tons of indie developers out there, just like looking for soundtracks and stuff like that. And I don't know why there isn't more access to that kind of stuff in the scene, or maybe there is, and I just don't know about it. I've only known a few people that have stuff kind of in media, so I guess I don't have a lot of information.
Yeah, it's it kind of seems really hard to get into. I've looked into it, and I don't really see an easy route. So
right. I think
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and hope someone goes, hey, like we'd really like to put one of your tracks in our movie, and I'll be like, great.
Right. And I think what it takes is it just takes like a lot of stuff, a small you know what I mean? Like to know one person. Right. And then you kind of get into that community a little bit, and you know one person who is part of this, community of developers who talk, in various scenes or whatever. And then that one person uses you, and then it's like, oh, I used, LightSource for this or whatnot. Maybe that's a way to get it. Yeah. We'll see. You'll have to come back when it happens and explain to everybody. Then you'll be teaching the masterclass on what to do, hopefully at that point.
I will do.
So, as far as sorry, I'm just wondering if I want to go into this now, but one thing that you do, we'll talk about this for a little bit, and we'll talk about it more later, but one thing that I've always found fascinating about you is your combination of the analog synths and the plugins, VSTs, or whatever, soft synths, whatever you want to call them. And also how you record a lot of your stuff live. Like you're not relying on MIDI reels and that kind of stuff. And I'm endlessly fascinated with that.
I do.
As somebody that is very, MIDI controller focused and that kind of thing. And like the MIDI reel is what I depend on heavily. It's very impressive to me. Hey, why was that the choice going forward? Instead of, relying on MIDI reels or whatnot, which, are easier in many ways to work with.
Yeah, I guess for me, the kind of the enjoyment of making music is it being completely hands-on. So, I like to like live record everything, and I'll do like a million takes because it goes wrong, and you have to do it again and again and again. But I just get the enjoyment and like the satisfaction of knowing I've actually played that with my fingers and like live recorded it in, and not just flicked on a screen. I just it's just the way I do it, and it's the way I've always done it, and it's probably the way that I will always do it.
I think that you need a certain level of talent to do that as well, because I am not a very fast keyboard player. You know what I mean? And I'm not like, we were talking a little bit about my history before with piano and this kind of thing, and like, me personally, I wouldn't be able to like get on a stage and play everything live that I make, because I have to do some stuff slower. I have to, you know, like, I know what it is and I know what to do, but I don't have that muscle memory and that skill set like you possess. So I mean that maybe that's why it's very impressive to me or something. I don't know, but I think it's fantastic.
It's very annoying at the same time, because like I said, it takes like forever, and I get very frustrated with myself sometimes when, you know, it's not going right. But then when it does go right and you hit that sweet spot, you're literally, it's like the best thing in the world. You're like, yes, I got it.
Right. Dom, where are you at with like keyboard skill, like playing live and stuff like that? Can you do that? I don't think we've ever talked about this.
I would like to. I'm not really sure how it would work, because I think I'd have to get a laptop or something, because it would be me carrying around a fucking desktop all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
no, I mean, like, do you possess the piano like skill and ability to like play everything you do live, or would you need like
I think so.
some support?
Yeah, I think with practice. I mean, because like, I mean, I do play it before I paste it, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like a lot of my workflow is to play the, like, if it's a solo or a lead or whatever, that I play it all on the keyboard, right? And then I go through and I kind of correct all the mistakes I made from, you know, not being super good at doing everything real fast. So there'll be like a run or something, right? And it'll be like, and then a lot of like cat walking on the piano, you know, and then like it'll get back into it. So, and I'll have to go and just like open the reel, and I'll just slide those like 3 or 4 notes back a little bit. You know, so that's why I'm saying it's like a savior for me, like somebody that doesn't have like that level like you have on stuff. But the fact that you can just pull this all out, you know, just and do it all live, I love that. I know I've said that 20 times by now, but I think it's fantastic. So, and this is not the whole show, by the way. We won't just keep talking about this. But I think it's pretty
Dave's
sweet.
just going to fanboy out the whole time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Dom, it must get annoying for you that like we have all these people on the show that like I really like, that I'm like fans of, and I just get to talk to them, and you're like just sitting there, and I'm like, remember this album?
No,
you made
I
here
like
and
it.
that,
It's just
or whatever.
You know what it is like I always laugh, and because I'm like, you know, when is Dave ever gonna like my stuff? You know what I mean?
No,
so it's like,
never.
Yeah,
Well,
right. Just kidding.
Make something that's good, you know, and then we'll talk. You know, I think is where we're at with that. That sounded cold even for me. I don't mean that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's fine.
There's jokes there's jokes, and then there's stuff where you're like, oh shoot, did I push that too far?
I don't take anything you say personally.
No, I know, and I'm just joking. But yeah, and we'll actually, speaking of your stuff, we have your new song on coming up in this next block that we're about to get into. So I really like that song, and it's funny with anytime like Pashong is on a track, for me anyways, I can kind of detect it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you guys have that where there's certain artists where you can hear their kind of flavor on the track, you know, whenever they do
something? Of course,
stuff?
yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So as soon as I feel like right in the beginning, and I don't know if like that was parts he did or you did or whatnot, but right in the beginning of that track, I was like, oh, Pashong's on this track. You know, like it just like
it's funny. What's funny is when I was writing that track, the first thing I thought was I gotta get Brendan on this.
Right.
It's like it was like perfect for it just felt like it. I don't know. It just felt like it would have been perfect for him.
It does get like that with some I've had that too. I have a track that I want to get him on too, and we're like, I'm just playing it and like making it and everything like that, and I'm like, oh man, if I had Pashong's level of skill, he would do this on this, and I'm like, oh, I could just ask him to be on the track.
He was basically trying to tell me not to. He was like, I remember in the beginning, he was like, oh, I didn't do much to it. He's like, don't even put my name on it. I'm like, are you nuts?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'm not even joking. You can ask him yourself. He was literally trying to get me. He was just trying to get me to like release the track, and he's like, "You don't even need to put my name on it." I'm like, "Get out of here."
Right. And that could be a good or bad thing too, right? It's like, dude, this is so awesome. Just don't put my
It's
name
so terrible.
on it.
Don't put my name on this. Right.
I just care about you getting all of the credit here, you know. And then he's like,
I don't need any credit. It's
Right,
fine.
I don't need any credit. I'm just here for you. Oh my god! All right, if it's okay with you guys, let's move on to the first block. We're a little bit past half past here, and then we'll come back right after. Okay, so this first one up is a new band signed with RetroSynth. This is one of their newest releases called Fearless. Here we go. And we are back. And excellent fade out decision on the end of that, by the way, Dom. I think that fits so perfectly at the end of that track.
You know what's funny is I always get so much grief for fading out
No.
songs, but I love a good fade out. I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah, right. Simon, you like that too, right? Or you like the hard stop sound?
I mean, or you can just leave the show. Just say you like it. No, it's fine. I'm just kidding.
I am a fan of a fade out.
Right.
Yeah, I like a good fade out. I think it's something about the song playing out, and it just sounds like it's going to keep playing out for infinity, but it just fades away into the distance like a speeding comet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the other way you can do it, which is what I normally do, is just have a really long reverb tail that just basically goes on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you
And
do that.
You know, it's funny. I have this story that's going to make me sound like an idiot. But when I was a little kid, maybe like 6 or 7, I have an older brother, right? And I never thought about songs. You know, this was in the 80s. So like, so a lot of songs had the big fade out and everything like that. And I never thought about it. And one day my brother was like, you know, like they're still playing the music and you don't know like maybe what they're doing or how much longer the track could have been or what they cut out. You don't know when they faded. Maybe there's like an awesome guitar solo that they decided to cut after that and they just faded it out before that. I don't know why he told me this, but I remember being like, oh my God. Like I don't know, as a little kid, I thought maybe they were just turning the volume down on the recording. I don't know. You like blew
That's another
my
way
mind.
to do it.
I mean, I still remember it now, like, you know, all these years later. So it must have resonated with me somewhere, I guess. Wow, it's so funny. I mean, you don't think about stuff like that, especially as a little kid. And
Yeah, so I used to when I like made music like many years ago. For the fade out, I used to do exactly that because I was live recording. I would just literally slowly move the volume knob down until there was
Nice.
no sound coming out.
That's amazing. That's the way to do it. And that's how you know it's like super authentic, right? You're like, why is it all jumpy and everything? Like, why is it
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing like the final fade out. You're like cats walking on your arm and stuff like that. You're like, let's go, get off me. No,
Yeah, exactly. I don't do that anymore though, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into or you know are interested in older recording techniques, they used to do all sorts of wild stuff. You know, back before certain things were available and automated or whatnot. You know, like manual fades and all this kind of stuff.
Yep, using cheesecloth.
For what? The mic you're talking about?
I don't know. I'm just making things up now.
Oh,
Cheesecloth.
I don't know. I don't think that's actually a thing. I just wanted to say something ridiculous. I apologize.
yeah,
Yes.
my father is one of these guys that collects, or he doesn't collect, I guess. He's into like Edison phonographs, right? And so like cylinders, 2 and 4 minute wax cylinders and all this kind of stuff. So I kind of have had that around my life a little bit. And what was fascinating about how they would record that is they would essentially just record into, like, they would play it into another I don't know, you would call them like not a recorder, like an etcher or whatever, that would etch it into the wax cylinder, right? So you would just have it. You just use the one you made and then play it into another one, into another one, into another one. And there were some scenes where they would have like multiple ones listening to one big horn. And so like that's why a lot of these cylinders are different. So there's all sorts of crazy techniques over the years that people have used. And now we're like, a lot of that art and like all that weirdness has been lost, because you can just do everything digitally, you know.
So actually, in Abbey Road Studios in London, when I went, I worked there like for a week or so a few years back.
Oh wow!
And we went into the room where the Beatles like recorded most of their albums, and right out the back of that room, there's like a cupboard, and it's all made of stone.
Yeah.
And they basically told us that when they wanted a certain like reverb that didn't kind of go on, but was just kind of like really sort of like tight and short. They used to go into this room and just record their guitars and like the other bits in this room.
Wow! So just
like an ambient sound.
Yeah, so it's a real reverb.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
I'm so damn jealous right now. I want to go work at Abbey Road.
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk more about wax cylinders and Edison phonographs.
No, I know.
Really
The cheesecloth thing, I just write down random words and then I just try to fire them in, pepper them in here and there. You know what I mean? I think the next one is loincloth.
Right,
so
loincloth.
We'll get there. You know what I mean?
This is where Simon comes in and he's like, actually, when I worked at this, it's all loincloth related.
Banana hammock. You're like, oh.
Oh man! Okay.
Now that you say that,
right. Did you know the Beatles?
Let's get into a detailed conversation about banana hammocks.
Right. Oh my god. Hey, so coming up in our next block, this is where we're starting the journey into like your stuff, like the LightSource stuff, and so you know the songs that you gave. Did I tell you the order that we're hearing them in, or not?
No.
It is we're doing Drive and then Midnight Glow and then Ebb and Flow. Oh. And what this just reminded me of, by the way, is before we get into that, I need to restart Winamp so that the names come up under the art here, because for some reason OBS did not grab it, and so normally under the cover art on the YouTube stream you can see the what song is playing. So right before we go in, I'm going to have to restart that. So I'm just saying this to remind myself out loud. And then so if I don't, people in the chat can start yelling at me to do it. But let's talk a little bit about these. Or if there's stuff you want to share, I guess. Is there anything about like Drive or Midnight Glow or any of these songs that you'd like to talk about before we get into them?
So Drive is kind of... you could say a love letter to 80s like cars, and my favorite car in the 80s was the Porsche 911 Turbo.
Oh yeah,
I would think it was probably a lot of people of my age's favorite.
I was going to say I that's probably a really common opinion there.
And I kind of just wanted to like make a track that sort of like personified what I thought it would be like to be in this crazy car chase. Yeah. And with me being in a Porsche 911 Turbo, and kind of started the track with the drums, and it just kind of went from there. And once I had the main tune down, it just all kind of sort of flowed. And at the end of it, I was kind of like, yeah, it kind of does sound like it would sound like to drive a Porsche 911, I think.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does, and it vibes with the cover art. You know, like when you look at the cover art and you hear the song, you're like, oh, okay, I get this. You know, it really does have that same kind of feel to it. So
yeah, and then Ebb and Flow it's actually a song that I wrote for my wife when we got married like a year or so ago. And kind of just wanted to like make a song about like human sort of like a connection, and just like when you find that person, like your ride and die, you just whatever happens, you're just you're there, like through the ups and downs,
right,
and through the ebbs and flows. You're just you have that safety, and you have that person, and that's all that really matters.
And that's reality too, because that is part of any relationship, like as a partner or friendship or whatnot. Anyway, there are ups and downs, and there are it does ebb and flow like perfectly. That's a really good way to describe it.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was very lucky to have the Bad Dreamers do the lyrics and the vocal on that song for me, which was a crazy story. Yeah,
that's amazing. I love that. I love like when you were like, oh, this one's coming out with the Bad Dreamers. I was like, amazing. That's it. That was really cool.
Yeah, so I kind of followed him on Instagram, and like a couple of minutes later, I got this message on Instagram from what looked like was the Bad Dreamers. And I was like, no, this has got to be a scam.
Right.
And so he was like, hey, dude, I've just been listening to your music. It popped up on my Spotify. I think it's amazing. Like, would you be interested in like doing like a track together? And I was like, are you joking?
Right. It's funny when that kind of stuff happens, you're like, I have to investigate if this is real or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like for the first probably like half an hour of the conversation, in like the back of my head, I was like thinking, this is not the bad dream as it can't be.
Right.
Because I am a huge fan of his.
Sure.
Yeah,
me too.
His like music is like really inspiring, and it's just amazing. So
Yeah,
to
totally
have,
agree.
Me like speaking to him was just like a dream come true, really. But it was real, and he did the vocals, and he sang on it, and
it sounds
that
amazing.
was Ebb and Flow. It was absolutely what I wanted, and it was like completely perfect. So
Right. Yeah, that's
it's a good feeling when that happens.
That's a really good feeling. Yeah, absolutely. So we have one more. Anything about Midnight Glow you'd like to say before I try to restart Winamp and everything crashes and has huge problems, and we can never get into your music?
So Midnight Glow, I kind of, I try and make music as I sort of feel at the time, which is why, a lot of my tracks are very different from each other. I wouldn't say, I'm not down tempo, but I'm not sort of like retro wave or like, like a traditional synthwave. And a sort of, that track was kind of like a chill wavy sort of vibe. It was just kind of like the mood I was in, and I wrote the melody first, and then that one just kind of fell into place. But yeah, there's not a crazy story behind it.
Right.
It just kind of happened.
I'm waiting for somebody to be like, I just typed in Suno chillwave song, and there we go. Like Midnight Glow.
Hey, you can make a whole album in like a day, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
This was one of my 312 releases this year. Or whatever.
I've been on fire. Don't mind me.
You mean this week? You mean this week?
This week, right? And they're all called like synthwavers, or neon soundscape synthwavers or something like that. Like AI always puts in. Sorry, I just had to say that. I'm sorry. All right, so let's cut the background music. You can't hear it, but there's music going on behind us. Let's restart Winamp. Everyone hold on tight. Let's see if this fixes itself.
He's gonna break it.
Now,
here we go.
In Synthwave Hangout tradition, we're doing it live, and we're doing it right on the show here. So there we go. So we're quitting this. Everyone can maybe see my trash can. I'm reopening it. And let's see. It did not show up for some reason. I wonder why. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe it's an OBS thing. Damn, that is unfortunate.
Dave, why don't you give us a play-by-play of
it is.
everything you're doing?
It is working. Sorry, I'm watching the YouTube stream, not OBS. Okay, we are back in business, everybody.
There was the llama.
What are you saying?
No, I'm just giving a play-by-play.
Yeah, this is what we... Hold on, I'll put the background music on. There we go. It's back. We're back, everyone.
Everything's right in the world. We're doing it.
Yeah, you got to start yelling, do it live in the background. This is one thing we do on the show. We always got to do it live. Oh, and I got to get the thing back on here. There we go. Okay. Life makes sense again. Simon, thank you for hanging with us during that glitch. Right. I turned this on, everything works, but the whole house is shut down in every other way, right? All the power is going to making Winamp go.
That's right.
All right, so thank you for waiting with me through that. Let's get back into the music, and this block coming up is all LightSource. This first one up is Drive. We'll talk to you after the set. And we are back. Excellent tracks. I feel like we could have almost picked any of your tracks to play, and I would have had the same response, but that is a great one to play last, because that is extra special to me. Like having, what the song is about and having the Bad Dreamer singing on it is just perfect for me. So
thanks so much. It's definitely a song that I hold very close to my heart.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, if that was my track, it would probably be my favorite track I ever made. That kind of thing, because the story behind it and the good vocals and the lyrics and everything like that, it really lands. So, and it's always funny, like, because there's some people who will, no, let me restart that. What I'm trying to say is that there's sometimes with people will like play their music, and then the last song, is either a popular one or something that they are exceptionally proud of or something like that. And then we'll just talk about that last song and be like, yeah, the other songs were great, but that last song though, that's not what I'm doing here. But yeah, what's funny is I have a rule where I never watch the chat. You know what I mean? Because what happened 2 seconds ago is what happens. I immediately get like totally distracted and I don't remember what I'm saying. So you just got to kind of stay focused somewhere else.
Because he's old. That's why.
It is. I was talking about this with somebody else at work yesterday, where it's like there was a time, 10 years ago where it was like my brain was like multitasking like 100 things at once and like remembering everything. And as I get older, stuff like that happens. Like I'll be like remembering and thinking about something, and then like a light will flash in the next room, and I'm like, where am I? What was I just talking about?
Yeah, what is going on?
I'm totally distracted.
Oh, the butterflies.
Right. I don't know. Have you experienced this yet, Simon, or are you you still doing all right with us?
I think I'm doing okay.
Well, I need to hire you as my assistant then to follow me around and be like, no, sir, you were talking about this. Okay, go on.
In my very English accent.
Right. I was just thinking that. Like, that sounds exactly like you. It almost confused people, I think. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I had a question, though, as I was listening to this. Sorry, I don't know how to ask this, really. With the hardware synths that you're using, there's some sound. There's a lot of your songs have like a very nice, I don't know how to describe it, but it's a certain lead sound that you use, and it sounds, I don't know if it's the same one, but it sounds similar, and it's in several songs you have, and I absolutely love it. I don't know how to describe it. Is that true? Is there something that you use often in these tracks that have like a similar vibe? Because I really like it, and without like kind of making a bad impression of it, I can't describe it to you, I guess. Wow, what a bad question.
So,
do you know what I'm getting at?
So something that is in every track that I make is my Arturia Mini Freak.
Okay, see, it was a good question after all. Okay, go on.
Absolute favorite out of everything I own. It's just so like inspirational when you just put your fingers on the keys, and it's just like it just makes crazy sounds, but you can also tame it and make it like really lush as well. But also, so in my tracks, they all kind of have a lot of reverb and a lot of sort of atmosphere, and that's probably because all of my hardware synths are run in my Big Sky by Strymon, which is a guitar pedal. It's like a reverb pedal. So everything is run through that, and then it has different sort of settings on it for different kind of reverbs. And that's how I get that sound. You are living kind of like what I want to be doing in the future at some point, like having that kind of established setup, right, where it's going through different pedals and different things, because you do have a very unique sound to my ear. Like when I hear a song, like I was talking about with the Pashang stuff earlier, when a LightSource song comes on, I know it's yours, just from the sounds of the instruments and the overall vibe and sound of everything in. And I bet you that's why, because if that's your general workflow, it's going to have a similar feel to it.
And for me, it hits very well. I enjoy it immensely. So that is interesting.
Thank you.
So don't keep doing that.
We know
don't
when it's like when Dave makes a song, we all know it's him because it sounds like shit.
Right,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's like,
No, the mix.
I don't really know how to do anything else, so
right.
It'll all keep sounding like that.
That's where you say that, and that's where Simon goes, "Thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to say that." You know. And then
well, just talk to me more, and I'll just put you down for no reason.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
That's the way. That's the way to do it.
It's in a nice way, you know what I mean? I do it because it's very humbling for myself and everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right. Are you saying? You're saying
the old joke is Dave will send me a track, and before I can even listen to it, I'll be like, it's terrible.
Right.
Like, you know
it's
what
awful.
I mean?
And it used to throw me off too. I know people have heard this before, but like you would send that, and I'd be like, "Oh," and then I'd realize that he's just messing with me. It's just like,
there's no way I could have listened to it yet. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like because you have to do it right when they send it to you, otherwise it's not a good. It's not as funny.
This is how sensitive musicians are. I fell for the fact that he didn't like it 2 seconds after I sent it to him.
Like second.
And
Right.
I'm like, "Oh man, I really like this one."
He hates it.
Right. He hates it. I guess I'll just give everything up. And like, you know.
I can't do this anymore.
Right. I've got the keyboard in one of those like old-timey metal garbage cans outside of my house. And I'm like, "Thanks, Tom."
It's a good way to break the ice with somebody, you know what I mean? Or like release any tension, because sending somebody a track and asking them what they think, you're always going to get the usual. I would say, not always, but most of the time I'm going to say you're always going to get the usual, like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then that's it. Like, or it's fire or something like that, because people are very nice.
Three
There's
fire
nothing wrong with being
emojis.
nice.
3 fire emojis.
Right. And right. But there's nothing wrong with being nice.
For sure.
But like, it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, so nothing I make is going to be bad then.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no way you like everything I've made. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we all like a bit of constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It makes
for sure.
Yeah, one thing that
better, right?
One thing I appreciate about you, Dom, is that if I send you something and you don't like something in it, you always tell me. You know what I mean? You'll be like, "I don't like the sound of this drum," or whatever. And even if I disagree with you and I'm like, "Well, I like it," and I leave it in, I at least know that you'll always be honest with me and like tell me if you don't like something. So
for sure.
I very much appreciate
100%.
that with you.
Well, another thing I try to do though is I don't try to tell anybody what direction to take their music. Like I try to stay very objective.
Yeah.
So like if it's something that's sticking out, like I'm not going to be like, you should add an ARP here, because I feel like we talked about this before, but I feel like it poisons the process.
Yeah.
When you tell somebody to add something to their song or subtract.
I can see that happening. I don't really mind when people do that to me because you don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
No, you don't. But I'm just saying, like it's gotten to the point now where there's a few people I value, like that can say something like that to me, and I will value it.
Right.
Like that's different. But I'm saying like if it's somebody you don't really know that well, or you don't have that kind of like, I guess, like a relationship where you're able to be like I don't know. It's just different. Like I said, it's different when it comes from somebody you would like admire or
sure.
Appreciate, like their input because you value their input. But then there's another level where you may not value that person's input, and then they'll pop back in and be like, hey, I mean, I would just kind of like add an ARP right here, and you're just like, yeah, I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but it's different. Like I said, I try to stay objective. Like, hey, that hi-hat hurts my ears.
So like 2 years from now, you're going to be like, "Hey, LightSource, can you listen to this? Give me some feedback." And you're going to get back, add an ARP right there. Something like that is going to come back at you at some point.
I'll laugh if that's the case. Yeah, that's funny. But, I like a good callback to, to something silly. But like, I think that it's important to stay objective and let people basically become who they're going to become. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna fail as a musician, and you should.
Yep.
Because you're only going to learn from failure. You're not going to learn from success. If you get nothing but success, you're never going to progress or evolve.
Sure. That's a good point.
I totally agree. Yeah.
All right, Tom. What's the next nugget of wisdom? Go on. We're here.
Oh,
Just me-
everything sucks. Just remember that. Everything you put out sucks.
Everything
That's
you
what
put
you gotta
out
tell
sucks.
yourself.
Except Windows.
Yeah,
No,
you can do better every time. Just remember to tell yourself every time you put out a song, I can do better than that.
Right. No, I'm just joking with you, by the way. I can't.
I
We
know
can't stop. We can't stop just dunking on each other while we're talking. I'm sure it's aggressively annoying to everybody. But
I hope not. I would think it's kind of funny. I think it's, here's the thing is that as long as you know that Dave and I mean every word we say, then you're fine. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, speaking.
Yeah, we're very mean on purpose. No.
Speaking of. Oh, I had a transition, but now I won't. I don't remember.
Nope.
I want to.
Now it's gone.
We have to wish a very happy birthday to somebody today. By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very happy birthday to Jason, aka Perfect Female Type, and
Happy birthday.
and if we have time, we'll sneak on a. Oh, I know what I do. We can end the instead of ending the show with 2 songs and forcing people to listen to our songs. Let's end it with a Perfect Female Type song. How about that? We'll take ours off.
Yeah. Too perfect.
Love that.
That's my
Love that.
recommendation.
Yeah, we can do Too Perfect. That's a great song. It's
Yes.
almost too perfect. Ba-doom, psh. And with that,
Ba-doom.
now the transition comes in. So we.
All right, we got to get a new host.
So right. So I realize we're wildly over time. So we have. You decided to bring 3 influential tracks for your second block here, or you would you say influential or just music that you like? How would you describe that? Like, why did you pick these? Because it's influences to you, or just stuff you like, or what?
Influences, and also kind of the like some of them are like the first
it's next Saturday.
Oh, it's next
That's
Saturday.
all right.
Damn it, we ruined it. Okay.
I know we ruined. Well, you know what? We're doing it again next Saturday. I don't care.
Yeah, and we're still playing a Perfect Female Type song to end the show. So there you go, a double birthday present. We'll hit you next week too.
Sorry, I'm a stoner. What can I do? You know what I mean?
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. So these 3 tracks are just tracks that I love and kind of like got me into like the synthwave scene. I just heard these like 3 tracks and I was like, wow, this music is absolutely incredible. What is this?
Yeah.
And I kind of did some investigation on the artists and I mean they're all absolutely amazing. So.
Right, and I totally agree. I know I won't go over this again, but we've talked a lot about the people that you picked and how I have a similar feeling of appreciation for. I wasn't familiar with one of them in terms of I knew their name, but I wasn't familiar with their music. The other 2, the aspects of them that I know, of course. But so let's move into this block. I'm only rushing a little bit because we're going to be over time. And then we'll come back after. If there's anything else you want to add after, then we can do that as well. So this first one up is Light Years by Dream Fiend featuring September 87. Here we go.
Shed some love
And we are back. Great selections. Great selections right there. When is that Juno Dreams song from? Do you know off the top of your head, roughly?
2018, I think.
Yeah, that seems right. You know, there's a sound more from that kind of era, right? 16, 17, 18. You know, that a lot more people were doing back then that I really love. And that was around the time that I got into it, like 2016. Yeah. So for me, it always has like a real special feeling, you know, when I hear songs like that last one we just heard. I don't know.
It's kind of...
Would you say it's nostalgic?
Oh.
Kind of like EDM-y sort of trance.
Yeah.
Sort of like slow trance, but with like synthwave. It's just, I don't know, it just works.
Yeah, it's got a drive to it.
It's incredible. I love it. Yeah, it really has. It's so good.
Yeah, these were excellent picks. So, and when I was hinting at before of a band that I knew but had never really listened to in any way that I remember, like I might know some songs and not know it was them, is Juno Dreams. You know, a lot of people have talked about them and I've seen their stuff around, you know, forever, it feels like. But and now I will get ready to dive down that rabbit hole. You know, so
I think he has like 2 EPs.
Okay.
And then a couple of like recent sort of singles, but you know, like FM84, he doesn't really like release a lot.
Yeah, right.
He'll drop like the most amazing track or the most amazing EP in the world, and then be like, "Hey, listen to this. I'll see you in 10 years."
Right. Yeah. Also, when we were listening to that, we had the. We had the lucky YouTube glitch that happens on the back end here where it shows that there are 0 people listening to the show during this. So if you look at like, you can see like a graph running behind the scenes, you know, of like viewership and stuff. And it's just like a huge like stock market crash dive down to 0.
Everyone hates me.
Right.
Did I start talking? Is that the reason? I think it's because
No, it's when we introduced LightSource, it went right to 0, right? And you know.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Yep, I got you.
I have that trouble in my life in general.
Me too, buddy.
Sorry.
I always think about that scene from Dumb and Dumber when he walks out with the 7-Eleven and he's like, "Hey, fellas, big gulps." And he's like, "All right." And then just walks away. And I'm like, that's like my entire life.
Right.
It's just me saying something and then people staring at me. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just go away. Bye.
Guess I'll
do the own thing then, like usual.
So, as our time is ticking away here, what is coming up next with you? I'm not asking you to announce anything. You're kind of keeping to yourself, but like in general, do you have anything like new that's coming out soon, or are you have any other projects you're working on, or anything you're willing to talk about?
So I've got a couple of collabs that I'm working on at the moment with some other retro synth artists.
Ooh.
So they're kind of sort of midway through. We're just sort of putting the finishing touches on one of them, and the other one I'm kind of just getting started on.
Yeah.
And then I've got a couple of remixes that I've done for other artists as well that will be sort of coming out over the course of the year. One which I think is coming out in March, I think, which I'm actually really quite proud of, because this particular artist asked me to do a remix, and I like the song like so much I decided to not remix it but kind of like rewrite it, but in my style.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Reworking
is what I call that. I don't know if that's appropriate, but that's the terminology I always use, like a rework of the original.
And we've actually called it a rework.
Yeah.
So it is the LightSource rework of this particular song. I think he was very happy with it, so that's great.
Right.
I was like, phew, he doesn't hate it.
I know, right? Especially if you're doing a rework of a song. Like I'm working on one right now, actually, for somebody, and I'm very proud of it, but you know, I want them to like it as well, and if they don't, that's fine. You know, even to the point where we could like just trash the whole thing, because when you're reworking somebody else's music, right, they have to like it, right? And that's important to me.
Oh,
that
exactly.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to release something and, you know, have it be like, I guess it's okay. Maybe somebody will like it. You know, that's not how I roll. So.
Well, I like it.
Right. It's like, I can enjoy it myself then. But I want them to like it. If they don't, then it's all good. You know, that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And then, just sort of see how it goes this year. So, quite a lot last year. I had like a like a new track out like virtually sort of every month, I think, apart from December. So
yeah,
I'm going to try and keep that momentum going.
I appreciated you doing that, by the way. I guess every month you get a new track. But is there any plans for like an album or an EP or this kind of thing in the future? Or is it just you're going to stick to singles? Is that the game plan?
I think at the moment I'm just going to stick to singles, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely love to do an EP.
Yeah.
I mean, and I would probably kind of do it around sort of like sort of like that movie kind of soundtrack sound.
Yeah, right.
That I do.
Yeah, you want to kind of make it like its own thing, right?
A story, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to get to work on that, I think. But
yeah, that's you got to keep me up to date on that, because I'd be really interested in that.
I'm just really enjoying being amongst such talented artists at Retro Synth and other labels, and further, everyone's just so amazing, and
I feel that all the time too. Like when I just
really appreciate it.
When I'm hearing other people's tracks and stuff like that, I'm like, that is incredible, and I'm like, how did you do that? Like that kind of response, and it makes me feel good. I mean, you always want to surround yourself with talented people or people that are better than you in many ways at different things. I mean, that's
why I hang out with Dave. He's better than me, so
yeah.
Yeah, but I appreciate you saying that. I would say the same thing back to you, but I know you would never let me get away with it. So
I'm better than nobody. I'm a hack.
I don't know. Look, do you keep bringing up this nobody person? I don't know that guy. It's a weird name. I don't know why you keep saying that, but
well, they're better than me. That's all.
Right, they're better. Man, I am batting 1,000 with bad jokes today. This is the episode. This is the bad joke episode.
You know what it is? It's just the end of it's 2026. It's getting towards like the middle of the month, and I think all of our brains are just like trying to still figure out like what things we're actually going to try to do this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe, but
everybody's in reset mode. Like everyone's doing the this year I'm going to run 5 miles, and then
sure
they don't.
Right. Yeah, I've got grand plans for this year, and I'm hoping to keep it through. Last year, I was very honest with myself and was like, I have a very limited, goal for this year to do a few things. But this year, I'm feeling really good about stuff, and I've had some different circumstances that have changed, which is great. So hopefully, this is a good year for me. It sounds like a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on already in 2026. So yourself included, both of you guys. So I think it's going to be a good year for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think as you go along and get to know more people, within like the circles, it kind of opens more doors for like collaborations and like remixes. And,
absolutely.
So let's just keep it going.
Yep, I agree. Hey, there we go. Finally, my transition. Speaking of keeping it going, see? There it is. Perfect.
There you go.
we got 2 songs left before we say our goodbyes. And so if it's okay with you guys, let's get into those, and then we'll come back and we can say our goodbyes and whatnot.
It's not okay, but it's fine.
Okay, that's all I want. I want to know. And I'm not talking to you, by the way. No, I'm just
not okay,
kidding.
but definitely fine.
I'm being polite and including you guys. I'm talking to the guest. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So let's...
Fellas.
Yeah, whoever's listening. So let's move on to these 2. We're doing a short little block here, and then we'll come back and we'll say our goodbyes. This next one up is a new one by our friend Nova Clips called Skyfall. Here we go. I couldn't see it. I don't have my glasses on. Speaking of getting old. All right, here we go.
Theory C, hypnosis is an altered state of mind or trance, marked by a level identity not found. Violent corruption anticipated.
And we are back, and it is unfortunately that time of the show. It always goes too quick for me, and for Dom, it feels like an eternity. I'm sure, just nonstop staring at his watch. No, I'm just kidding. But
I'm staring at the wall. It's a nice little white plain wall. It's not bad,
right,
you know.
just talking to the wall. I don't know. Maybe we should get a reverse mortgage.
It, and I'm just waiting for it to dry. You know, no big deal.
Yeah, we're still going to play a perfect female type song because it's already queued up now in the show. But we'll do that again next week too. This will be to make up for our egregious mistake that Dom led me to believe that it was Jason's birthday a week early. But hey, the more we mention it,
Well, to be fair, I only half read things.
Right.
So I read my birthday, Saturday, and I was like, oh, well, that's clearly this Saturday. You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
or when you look at something like a can of paint and, it says,
smell it a lot.
Do not.
I mean, yeah.
You said it says do not ingest, and you're like, ingest? Okay. You just see the end of it, right? I read what you're throwing down here.
I was busy huffing paint all day.
Right. And then you get right on the show.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Oh, Brandon heard my reverse mortgage joke in there. I'm glad somebody got it. Anyways, so Simon, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you and your music, and I appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with us on this show, whatever this is that we do.
It was absolutely my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you. Oh, I'm sorry, Dom. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, not a problem. No, you're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I appreciate you so much as well. And we definitely want to have you back on in the future when that EP drops that now I'm forcing you to do, right? You're like, oh God, I gotta do the EP.
I'll get on it.
Just get on it. Just tell your wife we're canceling the vacation this year. Memory Design needs my EP.
We're not going anywhere.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'll hang up the Discord call on my end, but you guys will still be connected, so you don't have to mute, and you won't come through the show. So just FYI on that. So just hang on for a second. Right when we play the last track, I'll hang up and you guys can talk and it won't come through. But I want to thank everyone else in the chat for being here and dealing with us and having fun and hanging out. It is absolutely my favorite day of the week, and I'm glad I could do it with everybody here. And Dom, you have been a decent co-host, and we'll work on it. We'll work on it 2026, my friend. That is the way to do it.
I would say mid, if anything,
I love that I can talk
but
joke with you, man.
Seriously, I love doing this every week, and today has been a lot of kids being rambunctious in the background.
Right.
So.
Every time I'm talking and then Dom's just silent, there's just chaos going on behind him.
For sure.
All right, everybody. It's it. We're at the top of the hour. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great weekend, rest of your weekend, and a great week. Later, everyone.
For sure, man. Later, everyone.